Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan, and today we're going to be going over the books I've been reading. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so we have like 3 or so months of what I've been reading. So the first book is Till Summer's oh my gosh, can I talk? Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. And this was kind of like a read for me. I like to use romance and like thrillers as like a palate cleanser in between like fantasy books. So it started out really strong for me. I was really enjoying it. And then it kind of just turned, it was just too much sex for me, um, like back to back. The premise of this book is them fake dating. It's like a summer retreat or a summer camp they end up going to, fake dating. Obviously, crazy things happen. And other than the sex, I did like it, but I feel like the sex just kind of started to take over the book. Like even the therapist they were seeing as a fake couple was like talking about their sex. Like it was just a little too much for me. I need a little bit more and not shaming anybody who likes that. I just need a little bit more. So yeah, that just wasn't like my favorite. Next, we have Hunger Games, and I really loved it. I liked it more than I thought I was. I don't know what's taken me so long to read this series. But I loved it. Most of you know what Hunger Games is about. It's a dystopian, I don't even know if you would call it sci-fi. A girl named Katniss who goes off, who is picked to, well, she takes her sister's place to go compete in the annual Hunger Games, which is basically like a fight to the death. And you follow her through her journey in the Hunger Games. Again, I really enjoyed it. I don't know what's taking me so long to read it, but I'm officially on the third book. So I don't remember what it's called. Let me see. I just picked up the book. I haven't started the third book yet, but Mockingjay, I believe, is the third book. So I'm on that one now. Next, we have Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. And this was another like maybe iffy kind of book for me. It's about a man who at the start of the book loses his wife. She like suddenly disappears. They assume that she died, and so he goes off to live on this like remote island to kind of jumpstart his career back, because he kind of just fell off the wagon after his wife died. So he was just trying to kind of gather his bearings. So he goes off to this remote island that his what is it called, his agent sends him to. And yeah, that's kind of like the premise of it all. And obviously weird things start happening. He's living like in a haunted cabin. So yeah, if it's your vibe, I just didn't love how it ended. So, but you might like it, especially if you like the author Alice Feeney. I know she's done a couple other books like Rock, Paper, Scissors that I know is really popular too. So for the month of July, I read The Viscount Who Loves Me by Julie Quinn. Oh my gosh, don't quote me. If you've seen Bridgerton, then this is the one with Anthony and Kate. And again, this was like a maybe for me. It's definitely enemies to lovers, or I don't even know if you would say enemies to lovers, but I don't know. He obviously loves her, likes her, and he's kind of like denying his feelings and starts like trying to pursue her sister. And I just feel like throughout the book, he's a little too mean for me. Like, I like enemies to lovers, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I think he was just a little too mean for my taste. It wasn't my favorite, but overall, I still enjoyed reading it. Second book was The House of Blood and Earth. Hold on. House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I didn't really want to read this series. I had a friend who kind of talked me into it and ended up reading it with my husband and her husband, like in the mini book club kind of style. And actually was very pleasantly surprised. Really loved it. was really blown away. Like I was like, wow, I was not expecting that. I just didn't really, I was kind of over reading more of her books at this point, but I really liked it. And I think I gave it like a 4.5 stars only because it was really, really slow at the start. And if I didn't say what it was about, it is about a girl named Bryce who is like half fae, half human. And she kind of is dealing with the struggles of this being half human, half fae, kind of hating her fae side because they're awful people. She loses her best friend, she dies, and it kind of just starts a string of like loosening the string that ends up all these other things happening. And so it's definitely a wild ride. Really enjoyed it. Honestly feel like if you really wanted to, this could be a standalone book. Like I feel like she pretty much wraps it up in the first book because I've already finished the series, but you know, do with that what you will. The Tenant by Frida McFadden. I really like her books usually. Well, at least the ones I've read. I've read like Never Lie, The Housemaid. Never continued with the Housemaid series, but read The Boyfriend, which I really liked. All three that I really liked. This one, and I've also read The Inmate. Not one of my favorites, but it was still good, not believable, but good. The Tenant was just, I'm not someone who usually predicts the ending, but I could see the ending from a mile away. And it was just too predictable for me. I didn't really enjoy it. It's about a girl who comes to live with them because they need the help paying the bills, and things just start going wrong when she starts living there, and they're thinking this woman is a psycho, and obviously things start to unravel, and I just predicted it. Was like a 2-star read for me, honestly. Shield of Sparrows was also another one that I know was like raved about, and I really wanted to love it, but honestly I felt like I was dying trying to get through that book. Like it took me weeks. I had no interest in picking it back up. I felt like it was so slow. I felt like nothing was happening, nothing was getting resolved as more questions are like it's like up until I want to say like almost 70-80% of the book, I felt like nothing was really happening until the last like 20-30%. And that it's hard to rate a book for me when it's like most of it was just so long and drawn out. So wasn't my favorite. This was about a girl who her sister basically trains to be the one who's going to marry into this prestigious family. And she's been trained, and they did this on purpose because there's answers or things they want answered. And I'm doing a really horrible job of explaining this. I read this in July, so please don't judge me. She ends up getting picked to go live with them. Not picked, but they were like, no, like we don't want her, we want her, because they knew she was like the easier target, so to speak. And so I do love the magic system in here. I think the creatures are super unique and different, like nothing I've seen before. But all that to say, guys, nothing happened in this book. And there's a lot of interesting things that like happened the last 20-30%. And you're like, oh wow, like I want to read the next book. But then I'm also kind of like, I don't know if I'm that intrigued enough to keep reading. Yeah, That's Not My Name. I don't remember the author's name, but I'm sure I'll have a picture here somewhere. This was about a girl who goes missing, and they're blaming her boyfriend for her having gone missing since he was the last person to see her. And he's basically just trying to like clear his name. And there's lots of twists and turns. I feel like this was another, like it was a quick, easy read, kept you wanting to keep reading. So it's kind of on my maybe list because I didn't love how it ended. And that's all I'll say because I don't want to give anything away, but I would read if you're into thrillers and you need something maybe like a palate cleanser, something easy and quick, then definitely would recommend. In August, I started off with The House of Breath and Sky, and I like this one too. I think I gave it like a 4 stars, but I liked it less than the first book. And I think the ending of it is really what made me want to pick up the third book so quickly. But yeah, this was just a continuation of the second book, and it kind of, I feel like you get a lot more world building and more characters introduced and kind of like building that like found family, as more things and more questions get answered. Obviously there's then on the other side is more questions that need answers, and so I did think it was good. I gave it 4 stars, and the ending of it definitely made me want to pick up the third book very fast. The second book in August was An Offer from a Gentleman by Julie Quinn. I don't know if her name is Julia Quinn or Julie Quinn, but again, with the Bridgerton series, another series I'm trying to get through. I don't know why I start series and don't complete them all the way through, but I feel like I have to jump between because I'm such a mood reader that it's even hard to read fall books in the fall because I'm all over the place. I can't stay in one place. I have to typically switch genres after every book. So yeah, this one was about, it wasn't Anthony, guys. What was his name? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. I don't remember his name, okay? There's Anthony Bennett. Bennett is his name. Bennett. Yes, this was Bennett's story, and I love it. It's like basically a Cinderella story, but honestly, I feel like it's better. Like, I feel like they made it even better. Like, I really enjoyed this one. I thought he was super sweet, and yeah, maybe I just like nice guys because I like this one way better than Anthony's story. Next book in August was Catching Fire, and this was definitely like a 5-star read for me. I thought this really continued and really added to the story. Like, I was so blindsided as to what happened. Like, I've watched the movies. I've said this before in the past. I've watched the movies, but I don't remember the movies at all. Like, no recollection of these movies. I don't know how, because I remember being excited for the movies, going to see the movies with my mom and my niece, like being so excited, and I could not recall any of the movies. So I was totally blindsided when some things happen, and basically the premise of this book is her going back into the games, and I don't remember that, and I was not expecting that, and I was so upset. Like, I was so mad for her. Dang nabbit Snow. Again, I loved it. I loved the progression of Peeta and Katniss. And even like her relationship with Gale, like I feel like you kind of get more, I just feel like you're in real time experiencing these feelings with her and like what she's feeling. Like, you know, she doesn't know if it seems like she doesn't yet know what she feels, or she's starting to realize it, but hasn't like come to that conclusion, like it hasn't clicked to her yet. But yeah, I really loved it. I really loved it. And I picked up the third book in the series, and I'm probably gonna read it, I'm thinking next month. So last but not least in the month of August was my book club pick, which was The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. Another book I really loved. Still don't think it beats The Nightingale. I started the year off with a 5-star read, The Nightingale. Literally the first book I read in 2025, and I feel like I have not been able to beat it. I have read The Nightingale, The Great Alone, The Women, and Firefly Lane. And I'm not gonna lie, I still think The Nightingale holds the top spot. I think that is so far her best book. I don't think I've read a book that has beat The Nightingale yet, but this was good. I did enjoy it. Her characters always have so much depth and development, and there's so much just like, I mean, agony and like just real life situations and so much tension in this book. It's about a family that goes to live in Alaska. They were given like this land by her dad's, her name is Lenny, her dad's army friend. So, and her dad is a Vietnam War vet. And so, you know, we know that those people had a lot of PTSD, and those were not things that they discussed in the 60s and the 70s and like nobody was going to therapy, nobody was getting help for their issues, and it was just a dark, hot mess, okay? They were really alone in Alaska. So yeah, you're walking with them through this, and it just, the story comes alive. Again, I can't say enough about Kristin Hannah and her writing. I gave this a 4-star. It is a little bit dark, like the themes, definitely like trigger warnings, abuse, things like that. So definitely take this with a grain of salt if you're somebody who's sensitive to those types of things and themes, but would recommend if not otherwise. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you want to see from me in the future. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.